Hello, my children, and welcome to the House of Derp, where we feature such tanks as the FV-4005, the Caliban, the M4 Sherman, the Dreadnought, the KV-2, and more importantly, the T49, where we love to do filthy things with HE rounds and HESH rounds, and just do disgusting things that are beautifully filthy, where we penetrate shells that just should not penetrate, and do crazy damage stuff as well, and also filthily satisfying things to Tyrans, because everybody does not like a Tyran. So yeah, hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. As always, we've got 3 replays for you in the American Tier 9 American Light Tank. I said American twice there. And that is the T49! Derptastic light tank that's been on this channel God knows how many times, because I absolutely love this tank. It is hilarious to play. And you can do stupid stuff like you're already seeing that we're doing in this game, where we just bounce something off our ass. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, the T49, it's hilarious to play because it's got a 152mm derp gun. It does have the option to have a 90mm gun as well. That is, to be honest, a very, very good gun for a light tank. It is a very, very good gun. But, honestly, the 152mm gun is what the T49 is all about. It's all about derp. Derp is love. Derp is life. That's what we like here at the Church of Derp. And it's because, well, you don't really care about what you're shooting at, you just derp. And then when you get those satisfying penetrations that just, they hit so hard, it's absolutely glorious, and it's so satisfying to use, because you're really good against light tanks naturally, as you saw with the 1390 there. If that 1390 crossed our path, we would have trashed his poor day. And if you come against things like 4005s, anything that's thinly armoured really, like 4005s, Leopards, Tyrans, you know, etc, other light tanks really, you can just trash their day very, very quickly, because you will pen them and you can do up to like 910 damage. And the T49 is really nice as well, because it's got, you know, the mobility is pretty decent. As you'll see, we're cruising around at about 60. The top speed of the T49 is 65, and you do hit it pretty easily, to be honest. And it's pretty quick, right? You've got 410 meters view range, which is absolutely fabuloso, because, well, with coated optics and with Born Leader and with situational awareness, etc., you're going to boost your view range way above 500, which means you can get an absolute bucket load, and I mean bucket load, of assistance damage. RNG! Yes, thank you, 261. Get out of here. Oh, never change. What was I saying? I was saying something. I was saying something. That's it. You can get bucket loads of assistance by boosting up the view. Oh my god, I did it again. T49 never change. Honestly, never change. Please. So yeah, you can get bucket loads of assistance with having over 500 meters view range, and if you play it actively, like you can in a light tank as well, you can just help your team to get as much damage off as they can. As you're already seeing with this replay, we've got, what, 3.5k assistance so far. And we'll get a lot more before this game is out too. This tank doesn't have the best camo for a light tank though. Oh, this machine, what is he doing? He does not like what we've been doing, does he? No, he doesn't. And T49 doesn't like machines. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I love machines because you can pen them in the side really easy with the T49. But anyway, yeah. The camo on the T49 isn't the best for a light tank. You do have 358 meters of still concealment, which, you know, if you put camo on the tank and you put a camo perk on and a camo net, you can get to pretty decent levels. But to be perfectly honest, I don't rely on the camo all too much. Oh my goodness, that pen too. Oh, you're distracting me, replay. You're distracting me. It's so good. Anyway. So yeah, I don't focus on the camo of the T49 because I do know that the camo on the T49 is not the best, and the one thing that is really quite bad is the aim time on this gun. The aim time on this gun is 3.6 seconds, and that is absolutely atrocious. So let's go over what we do run in terms of a crew and equipment. In terms of a crew on the old T49, I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Trap Mechanics, Situational Awareness, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun, and the Camouflage Expertise. Camouflage Expertise because I want to do... It is a light tank. I do want to make the camo a little bit better if I can. All 3 gun perks because, well... It's a derp gun and it's got 0.6 accuracy, and the gun accuracy is pretty dreadful, so you want to make that better if you can. And Trap Mechanic because, well, you've already seen me get tracked once or twice in this game or get hit in the tracks. I want to be able to get my tracks back on really quickly if I can help it. And in terms of equipment, I run the optics to boost my view range as high as possible, vertical stabilizers to make the gun as good as it can be, and the gun laying drive to try to make that aim time somewhat better. Because I believe I got the aim time of the gun with the GLD and all the crew skills and stuff like that down to about 3.2 seconds, 3.1 seconds. It was something like that. A lot better than it was. Still not very good, but it's a lot better than it was, and it helps me to get the gun aimed in on target where I really need to get those shots off quickly, and it just helps me to have that better gun handling. There's so many different ways you can set up the T49. The way I've set it up isn't always the best, but it's down to you and how you play the tank. I like to get this gun aimed in quicker and be able to get myself into those shots where I can maybe able to pen things and stuff like that, and yeah, it's the gun that... Oh my goodness me, RNG! For all the shots we've hit, that one flew left. But yeah, I want to make sure I can try and hit all the shots I can hit, as we missed that one by a country mile. And we finished the first replay with the epic victory, 3 kills, 3.5k damage, 8.7k assistance, the ace tank, the patrol duty, the scout medal. That's the scout holy grail there, getting the patrol duty and the scout medal. 2011 base XP, a really nice game for the T49, and that was what, 12k combined? Pretty damn nice game for the T49 on Prokhorovka there, and we had some absolutely filthy shots as well. That's glorious, and T49 loves having those filthy shots because it's the thing. I take shots on the move all this time in this thing because when you hit those stupid shots, it is hilarious. That shot on the 261 was absolutely beautiful, and then, I mean, don't get me wrong, we did like no damage to that poor 50 TP, but we still, you know, we still did 188 damage to him while fully on the move. Oh, oh no, that poor opposite T49. Oh, yeah, we aimed there. We're on Karelia in the second game. We aimed forever there to make sure that we were going to try and hit that light tank. That T49 was perfectly stock. Because he was sacrilegious and didn't have the derp gun and he was stock, we had to punish the poor guy. And we hit him for 869. Goodbye, Mr. T49. And the second shot, we managed to get into the T100 for about 400 odd. We do have to be careful though, because we are on this flank on the B23, this line over here. We just got to be careful because we could be very isolated here. There's only me and a heavy tank. And there's an MIL2 over here, and there's T100 LT. And we hadn't really spotted anything else coming up the one line yet, but it's one of those flanks that you can spot nobody, and then all of a sudden you find 5 tanks out of the blue, and it's like, oh, goodness me, no, I need to, you know, get safe and get out of here. And it's something you've got to make a decision on pretty damn quickly when it happens. So we're going after this team. Oh my god! No! Oh, that T100. We hit the T100 on the move for 860 odd damage. Oh, that poor. Oh no, he's crashed into his friends. Oh no. Oh, T49, you've got to stop. It's time to stop. Oh no. That shot was dirty. Oh, we hit the T100 LT for like 860 on the move, and we finish him off with that shot because he was crashed into his friends as well that got him killed. We're up to 2.7k damage with 96 assistance. Now we know there's not much over here. Well, I say that just as we spot the Tiger 2 and then the artillery too. we decided there wasn't... Oh, wow, that was a lot of assistance there. That T10 must have ammo at that bat. Yeah, you can see it. He ammo at the bat chat 15558 there. Nice bit of assistance for us. So yeah, I decided, okay, there's nothing really over here. We spotted the Emil 2. We spotted the... Well, we tried the dramatics there. We spotted the Emil 2. We spotted the SMVCC 67, was it? Yeah, the SMVCC 67. And I decided, okay, they must be the only guys over here. We're going to push forward, see if we can spot anything else, and then try and attack them if we can. We ended up spotting the Tiger 2, so we ducked out of the way so that we didn't get shot by him too much. And now we're towards their base. We spotted the other batch at 15558, and you know, it's another artillery piece. If we can shoot it and pen it, great. But we actually end up missing the superstructure there of the batch at 15558, which is what we were going for. We only hit the tracks for 300 odd, but I really want my bacon. Because we can't turn down bacon. We need bacon. If bacon is there and available, you always go for the bacon. And it's like, hello, Mr. Piggy. I'm not coming round in front of your gun, sir. So, I'm going to come up behind you, slap a shot in for 901, and he gets finished off by the gorilla. The Tiger 2 is gone. The SMVCC-67's gone. Now we've got a Balsig in front of us, who is another, once again, prime candidate for shutting down with HE. And oh my goodness me, 857 shuts down the Balsig. I was willing to risk it for a biscuit to take a shot from that guy there, just to deliver the pure juicy HE into that man. And, well, we managed to get the shot in and shut him down. We're now looking for the back end of the Minotauro here, but he ends up getting shut down for 1400. We're hesitating too much, and that means we don't really get any more damage out of that game. But we do shut down the Minotauro, which is great, and finish the game with a really nice total for the T49 with some absolutely filthy shots. 4 kills, 5.3k damage, 2.1k assistance, the ace tanker, the high caliber, the 1974 base XP, a really great game again for the T49 with some utterly dirty shots. The shot of the T49 was beautiful. It was well aimed, it was nicely led, and it flew true straight into that T49 and shut him down. But those shots on that T100 LT, oh, they're the shots that memes are made of. That's pretty much what it is. They were shots that memes were made of. That's what you dream of doing, and when they do come off, which is that T100 LT shot was exactly why I take shots on the move all the time. I could stop, I could aim, I could try and hit that T100 LT to pen it, but it's just more fun to try and do it on the move, because, like, again, once it comes off, it's just so satisfying. It's just so satisfying. And we're on to the third and final replay of this video, and we are on this map, which is a map. For some reason, my brain is telling me Empire's Border. That's the PC version. We're on Great Wall. Great Wall. And we've come up to this top area at H3, hoping to catch anyone possibly out that drives sideways on up the 4 line. We are very, very alone, though, because, well, naturally, we're a light tank. We've got here very, very quickly. But there's a heavy tank down at F1. The heavy tank TD and then our platoon TD that are coming down the 1-2 line, but the likelihood is they're not going to get here before the enemy team, and if they do, we're not going to have... Well, the likelihood is I'm expecting at least 2 or 3 of those people to go straight down the 1 line, because that's what you'd expect. And now we've found the Lehman Russ and a T30, and it's like, okay, these guys have big guns and are a bit of a difficulty. You know, I'm kind of alone. And my heavy tanks are starting to come up. I don't want to poke in that same area. So okay, if the two heavy tanks are coming up, I'm going to try and move into a different position to get some flanking shots on these guys. We get out of dodge, get to a position over here, and we actually find a Manticore. So my idea was to drop back to this position at F5, and then I could start poking up and shooting the guys at H4 in the side if they start attacking my guys up at H3, right? You know, they're trying to get shots around the ridge. But as I came over, it's like, oh, okay, this is a chieftain. Well, okay, that's a Manticore, which means my plan was for naught, because I didn't expect the Manticore to be there, because I thought with my light tank being where he is at F5, he would have already spotted the Manticore, but I spotted the Manticore as I charged over, and yeah, so my plan was a bit more, oh no, I'm going to have to run into the rock for safety. But now we've got to where we want to be. Oh yes! What was I saying about shots to Tyrans? 917 damage to that Tyran! Yes! It's what we like. It's what we like to do. And now we're waiting for the reload because I want to do it all over again, Mr. Tyran. You are ignoring me. It's a terrible... I know I'm not spotted, but... Oh, he's already known what's happened. Oh, 886. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, and absolutely yes. We love doing that to Tyrans. Get out of here, Mr. Tyran. And we basically nearly two-shot him there, which is absolutely glorious. Who doesn't love doing that to a Tyran there? Now there's a Lehman Russ in front of us, and we put a shot into that guy. He's obviously going to be a pain for most people to pen, but we have a derp gun. So we don't care about penning a Lehman Russ. We can just splash him for 350 odd, because that's why the T49 is great. You don't have to. You can worry about shooting and hitting the spot you want to hit on tanks that you can pen, like Tyrans. But when it's something like a Lehman Russ, you just see a Lehman Russ and go, I'm just going to fire at you because, well, we're just going to do damage no matter what. And again, another 300 odd damage to that Lehman Russ, which is a heavily armoured TD. TD? Heavy tank. Get it right, yes, pleb. So we're up to 3,044 damage. Now the 261 is looking for shots at my friend. Now we're nearly loaded though. He's pretty much in a splashable position for me. So we're going to come over, we're going to aim the shot, and we're going to derp the floor. Because derp guns, that's what derp guns do. They don't always work. They like to hit the floor a lot. But when they do work, oh yes. So now we've got this Marat in front of us, and I'm looking at this guy like, there's a 4005 down here, but the Marat's a juicy snack if I get his side. You know what, we're going to see if we can get a shot into the 4005, see if we can get a shot into the Manticore if he's down here, but that Manticore's not looking at me, so you know what? That Marat's just fired his shots. We've heard him fire. It's like, come here, Mr. Marat. Oh, 933 to his side on the move. Oh, yes. Okay, get out of here. Then there's a heavy tank below it. It's like, oh, goodness me, I didn't expect you, sir. Okay, thank goodness we get out of dodge. Now we've got the T92 in front of us. We're just loading the HE, waiting for the reload to shut this guy down because he's got 635 hit points and we want all of that bacon. And we shut down the T92. We're up to 4.6k damage with that shot, just waiting on a reload. And the idea is either to go after the heavy tank that was coming up the hill because... or that heavy tank will start to shoot us in the backside and we don't want that, or to try and shut down this Manticore. Well, the Manticore at the minute is pressuring our one heavy tank that's down here, and I want this heavy tank to survive if he can. 89? 89? Okay, game. Whatever you say, bro. We hit a Lehman Russ for 300 odd consistently, and then we hit Manticore for 89. I think we hit his gun, to be honest. I'm just joshing. I think we actually hit that guy's gun, which is why we did 89 damage, and it just splashed him for 89. But yeah, this is where we've decided to turn on the T10, because the heavy tank was coming up behind us. We want to deal with the threat that's behind before we go and deal with the threat in front. And the two TDs were coming after him, so it was like, okay, you know what, we're going to try and help these guys out. We go for the tracking shot, so we can get a little bit of assisted, keep him pinned for our friends, hopefully make it a little bit easier for him. And then that guy is now dead because of the T10, T110E5. Now there's only 3 tanks left on the enemy team. We are 6-3 up, so it's looking pretty good. The Manticore from earlier, we're just waiting for the shot, and this time, Mr. Manticore, you don't survive, my friend. And we shut down the Manticore there for the 80-odd damage, and we're up to 3 kills. We end up seeing the Waffle Panzer IV. He's behind a rock, and... now I know that he's actually got the small gun, because I kind of feared a little bit that he might have the big gun. We're just going to go after this guy. We know that he's just looking the other way. It's a Waffle Panzer IV. It's big and juicy. We make sure of the shot. 862 into the side of that guy. Puts him down to a one-shot, and he gets shot down by the E5. And finished that game with a really great total in terms of damage for the T49. We finished with the victory. The 2 kills, 6.1k damage. The 816 assistance, the ace tanker, the Confederate, the high caliber, and the 2011 base XP. Oh my goodness me, T49. T49, people. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful tank to play. It's hilarious. You can have so many memes with it. And that's why we all love playing this tank, because the memes flow and you can have a great time. So as always, everybody, thank you for attending the Church of Derp. This was my sermon, and I'll see you all next time.
A great success!